Some good news from the Sahel Alliance country, namely Mali. Now, Mali has signed 19 new agreements with Rwanda. Hello, I am Mahlet Ayele, your host at Connect Africa, bringing you the latest from the continent and particularly from the Sahel region as we follow the Sahel Alliance very closely. When we say the Sahel Alliance, those who had the revolution, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Now, Rwanda and Mali has signed a total of 19 new agreements in various sectors between their foreign ministers. Now, these sectors are including defense, justice, security, mining, energy, health, climate change, fishing, agriculture, you name it, amongst others. Now, what makes it remarkable is that the two countries, first of all, they are two landlocked countries, and they will have a lot to learn. And there is, number two, there is a kind of similarity between the two because Rwanda is a kind of, although President Paul Kagame can be controversial, but he's known for his policy, very pro-Rwanda, like first Rwanda. And he has really, something what we cannot deny, has transformed that country very dramatically. In a way that it's, they have worked very hard to reach where they reached today. Now, number three, what makes it remarkable is that now this comes against, as the Sahel Alliance countries, the three countries have been banned by the African Union, still by the ECOWAS, but ECOWAS has lifted it sometime in February. And, many neighboring countries and other member states of the African Union really do not have that close relationship with these countries after the revolution happened, or they call it as a coup d'etat. So most of their bilateral relation is outside of Africa. They go to Russia, China, Iran, United Arab Emirates, and all those countries, but not in Africa because the environment, there was no conducive environment for them to forge. So now ECOWAS countries have, little by little, they have started to have that bilateral relation, but, those who are still loyal to France, like Benin, for example, the other time has banned the oil export of Niger. So now this is really good for Rwanda, and for Mali for this to happen. Now I'm going to go and without further ado share this news with you. I will read it. As they say, a joint permanent commission, JPC, meeting convened between Rwanda and Mali in Kigali on Monday, May 27, focused on discussing avenues for trade and cooperation. Now, this was chaired by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Rwanda, Vincent Bruta, and his Malian counterpart, Abdoulaye Diop, now he's also the foreign minister of Mali. Now the meeting aimed at to boost bilateral ties, 19 agreements in various sectors, including defense, security, justice, health, mineral resources, oil and gas, agriculture, fisheries, environment, and climate change were inked. Okay. Now, let me just go ahead and read the rest for you because it's really important. Now, additionally, it says agreements were reached on matters such as citizenship, culture, tourism, higher education, transport, national reconciliation, and the free movement of people and goods. The meeting marked a development following the agreements made during a sideline meeting of the UN General Assembly in September 2023 in New York regarding the establishment of the Grand Mixed Commission of Cooperation. That's what it says. So since the opening Mali's embassy in Rwanda, which is 2017, this marked the first substantial commission or agreement between the two nations. So well done. So according to the Rwanda's Foreign Minister Vincent Mruta, Rwanda and Mali share many common goals in terms of economic progress, increased cooperation, and continental solidarity, and both countries are united by a shared vision of inclusive, sustainable, and collaborative development based on mutual respect and trade. Okay, so in quotation, the Rwandese Foreign Minister Vincent Bruta said, quotation open, we also have other draft agreements that we need to finalize, including an agreement on non-taxation, an agreement to prevent tax evasion, a memorandum of understanding to accelerate the implementation of the agreement on the African Continental Free Trade Area, and a memorandum of understanding on cooperation in the fields of sport. Very well done. This is what we want, countries unilaterally, slowly going on the path of the African Continental Free Trade Area, because it's definitely for the benefit of the African people. So there is no way that, there is no reason for countries to reject it. In fact, what we don't see and we have to see is that a fast implementation, that we want to see countries going to, practical matters. Now, in his statement, meaning the Abdoulaye Diop, the Foreign Minister of Mali, said he emphasized the importance of establishing solidarity among both countries. He said, in quotation, we are all in phases of mutual learning, and as Africans, we have to understand that what binds us together is extremely more important than what binds us to any other partners outside our continent. Exactly. This is what he said. This is in their meeting, the Joint Commission meeting. This is Abdoulaye Diop of Mali. Okay, these are, the two, the Rwandese and the Malian foreign minister. So this, you see them very close. Yeah, and this is really interesting for this to happen. First of all, it's as I said, 3 points I have mentioned. It's important that African countries, reach out to these Sahel Alliance countries, and if your aim, your goal is the same, then reach out. There are maybe natural resources that you need in those countries. Boost trade, boost bilateral relation in culture, tourism, even, trade, and others, even security, defense as an African country, and belonging to the same continent. I find it very interesting, and it's breaking news, really, because we haven't seen Mali, Burkina Faso, or Niger making this kind of bilateral relationship outside of, inside Africa. There is here and there within ECOWAS, those who kind of ignored what ECOWAS sanctioned. For example, Benin was the first country, and others have followed the step. But they still want that official relationship. Let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this, and what do you think that Rwanda and Mali can benefit from each other? Is there a common goal? Do you see any similarity, or do you see any difference? And if so, what is that difference or similarity? Now, I want to share with you this 2-minute video of them signing the agreements.
La signature de ces accords est un pas important vers le raffermissement de nos relations de coopération. Il est tout aussi important de ne pas s'arrêter en si bon chemin, au risque de rester au stade de bonnes intentions. À cet effet, La mise en place diligente et l'opérationnalisation du comité de suivi de la coopération entre nos deux pays seront déterminantes au suivi des engagements et des décisions convenues. C'est à ce prix que nous aurons réussi à inscrire la coopération entre le Mali et le Rwanda vers une dynamique résolue, axée sur l'action et les résultats dans le cadre d'un partenariat gagnant-gagnant.
Nous sommes heureux d'annoncer aujourd'hui que ces échanges entre les représentants de nos deux pays ont abouti à la signature de 19 accords dans les domaines divers comme la santé, la sécurité, la digitalisation, l'agriculture, la culture, le tourisme et la promotion de l'investissement. Nous espérons qu'à l'avenir, cette commission mixte offrira une plateforme unique pour échanger des idées, partager des expériences et entreprendre des projets dans des différents secteurs d'intérêt commun.
So that was the agreement. Now, what I liked is actually Mali. You would see at some point Mali's prime minister, foreign minister, also speaks English. Although they're using French. In Mali, they have their own language, but what is spoken is, of course, as French was their colonizer before French. And then Rwanda actually has dropped French as a national language, so they use English, and of course they have the Rwandese language as well. I think Kirundi it is called. I'm not sure, but yeah, and you see that he goes out of his comfort and he talks French for the respect of the foreign minister of Mali. That this kind of little gestures, it makes a difference. Yeah, thank you very much again for tuning in. Let us know in the comment section, what do you think of Mali's and Rwanda's agreement, and its contribution for the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area, and which country do you think it has a potential to sign with the Sahel Alliance? Which countries would you wish to see, signing this kind of agreement or memorandum of understanding, cooperation with Mali or Niger or Burkina Faso, and why? So go ahead and share that in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel. If you like what we bring you here, give it a like, share the video. If you want to help us further, which will help us really to be here more often, donate to our PayPal account in the description section. We will also pin it in the comment section. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.